Welcome back to Keys to Denton County Living. I'm Faith Howard with the Saldivar Realty Group.
I'm Meredith Sherwood with the Amy McDaniel team, and both of us are with Keller Williams Dallas Metro North.
And we're back, but this time with selling tips, selling tips.
We're going to flip the script.
Yes, we are.
Last time we talked about is now the time to buy. So if you haven't seen that episode, you might want to check it out.
Especially if you're looking to sell and purchase.
That's right. We're going to talk about that in a minute.
Right. So I guess we should start off with a reality check.
Okay.
What do you think? How is the market for sellers? What would you tell me?
So it is not like it was spring, summer. I said that backwards. Spring, summer. Houses were going for, anyway, right now, let's just go what's right now. List prices have decreased, and buyers have a little more power. So that means, number one, you have to price your home correctly. Number two, it's going to have to win a beauty pageant.
Okay, wait, hold on. Yes, so what that means is not necessarily spending thousands of money to get there. We can redo fresh paint. We can do even some new light fixtures, maybe different handles. I mean, even just decluttering. You know, those gifts that your kids have had for the last 4 Christmases, might be time, especially with the holiday season coming. If you're planning on being a seller, buyers are not necessarily looking to be moved in by the holidays, but they would love to see what the Christmas tree looks like in the corner and stuff like that. So don't let it stop you from doing what you already do, you know, hosting Thanksgiving, hosting Christmas, stuff like that. But just decluttering and kind of making it look like a model home. It needs to look like a model home.
Yes.
If you are competing against the model home up the street that's also offering the 4.99% or the rate buy down, you want people to walk into your home and feel just as warm and just as willing to work with you and see how we can get that done.
So a good point about that you just made is, let's say you're like, Meredith, I don't want to do one thing to my house. Okay. And that's how we're going to do it. Then it has to be priced accordingly. And so sometimes that's fine. I mean, if that's what you want to do, that's fine, Faith, because that's an option. Another option could be that you just do a few things that we suggest. And then maybe we suggested a ton of things that you're supposed to do. Well, maybe you could do them all. And we're going to price accordingly to what upgrades you have done or not done based on what we think should have been done by looking at the houses that are most likely to be bought in competition with you.
Okay, I'm going to put you on the spot and ask you a seller question. Okay, that sounds good. I'm willing to do the upgrades. It's $5,000 worth of things that you're asking me to do. How do I know for sure I'm going to get that money back because of the market that we're in? I'm already worried that I'm not going to sell my house for what I want to sell it.
Exactly.
So why should I do the $5,000?
Okay, we have a couple of things here. So now I'm going to go off script for a second. We have a list of things. That's what we always say. Before you do anything with your house, you check with us first.
And are you walking and talking my house with me, or are you just pulling a list from?
Oh, absolutely. So we're going to walk and talk first and look, and then, but like if Faith, we were just talking on the phone first, and you go, well, I really need to redo my floors first. And I always tell them on the phone, I'm like, no. My husband gets sick of me saying that. I say, no, wait. You let us look at it and let us help you decide if that's what you need to do. And that's another reason for using a realtor who's smart and has strategies. Because you may want to put hardwoods down because you think that's going to sell better. But maybe we just need to wait and see if they want hardwoods. They can ask for it and offer.
I want to know how many people painted their fireplace black when that was in for all of 3 months.
Exactly. Right.
Like when you paint your fireplace black and then in 3 months, hopefully you're not still on the market, but God forbid you are. Now your black fireplace is out. You got to repaint it again. Like just leave it.
Yes.
Leave it.
And we know those things. And then we have a price list of what you do usually gives you this much of a return. And of course, we all know bathrooms and kitchens.
The dingy carpet with the stains from the last 10 years.
Yeah, now that needs to be somehow cleaned. And
the wallpaper.
Oh,
please, for the love, do not put wallpaper up.
Or, I mean, if you did and it's great, but if you're selling, you got to get that down because people are going to be going, oh my God, I have to take down wallpaper.
And buyers are always looking at it and assuming that it costs more than it does.
Yes.
Like if your whole house, let's say, is an outdated color or it's very dark and you're very modern, but maybe the next buyer's a set. People are looking for clean, sterile. They want blank canvases. Yes. So to go from black walls, dark walls everywhere, we have people, we could get that for a reasonable price. But if I'm walking through the front door as a buyer, I'm like, oh, Jesus, it's dark in here. And I'm automatically thinking, oh, $20,000 to redo the house. And really, I don't know that. I haven't gotten a quote, but I'm talking to my agent and I'm like, I know I have a lot of paint to be doing. Can we ask for like $15,000, $20,000 in concessions?
Yep.
You don't know this realtor, you don't know their experience, whatever. Maybe they're like, okay, sure, that makes sense. Let's do that. Okay, well, now I'm having to come to you and say, they're asking for $20,000 in concessions or $20,000 off the list price.
Right.
And now we're all shocked.
And that's the thing. It's like people about paint, a lot of people will say, one of my sellers, she had the cutest walls. And it was like, she had done them too.
Oh, like the geometric?
Yes, geometrics. And all of them were different colors. And then the other kids' room was like a kind of a dark maroon. And she goes, should I paint? And I was like, yes, because a lot of people cannot see past that is one. But number two, they are going to be like, some people do not even want to deal with it. They're like, I don't want to deal with painting. And three, they overprice it. And they're like, oh, that's going to cost me.
And speaking of things that immediately turn a buyer away also, smells.
Yes.
If you have had a dog, even for a year or less than a year, and they've had accidents in the home, or they've peed on the carpet, whatever, we got to address it. Because, and as a realtor, we have to have those conversations with you, unfortunately.
Yes.
Because everyone's nose blind to their own house.
Yes.
Even if you run the same pumpkin spice candle every day, you are no longer smelling the joy of the pumpkin spice candle, but everybody else is.
Yes.
So if we tell you, hey guys, we smell some animal urine or something like that, it sucks, but we got to fix it. We have to address it because I mean, Meredith can tell you, she had a listing. We were kind of not understanding what was going on with it. My team lead walked in, instantly knew. Bam.
And see, y'all could smell it. I couldn't. And so we addressed that. You know, it was like, oh, wow. My nose did not smell that. I think I'm pretty good.
I think I do too. But and even if it's just like a stagnant smell, whatever. And that's something that both of us offer with our listing services is we're going to give you a diffuser or a wax melt or a candle or something.
Or plug-in.
Something that you can be putting on. And we want it on before showings. We want it on before open houses. Please, for the love of all things, do not go cooking fish or something random before an open house or a showing. Like, go to McDonald's.
Or bread would be
Cookies,
great.
bread, baking, okay. But we don't want to smell onion. We don't want to smell fish. We don't want to smell we don't want any of that. But if you're buying a $600,000 house, you probably don't want to smell that.
And you, if you're subscribed to Faith's little newsletter, she just did this whole thing on this one for this week about the smell of a home can make such a difference. And so it's just all those little things are so important. and you have to be ready to do it or hire someone to do it.
You could hire us preferably to do it.
I meant like to declutter or to whatever. But we know people who specialize in that, and we can hook you up and help you out.
And again, nothing to be embarrassed about. We all have that cluttered closet. We all have everything.
Yep.
But part of what you're doing when you're hiring us is to have those uncomfortable situations and those uncomfortable conversations with you.
Oh, good point. We tell the truth.
We are going to tell you the truth.
We tell you the truth.
We're going to package it all cute with a bow, but we are straight shooters. We have to tell you, because if we don't tell you and then your house is sitting, now it's even more awkward because we have high days on market and we're talking about a bad smell. Exactly. Or we're talking about a not so cute paint color.
Yeah.
Like it's just worse for everybody.
We're just going to go it's called our fiduciary. I always get stuck on that. We are your advocate. Everything we tell you is for your benefit, whether you like it or not. And I usually tell my people that I'm going to tell you the truth. Sometimes you may not like it.
Even when it comes to pricing, that is the most past smell and talking about your paint color and stuff. Yes. Having the pricing conversation, it's uncomfortable, it's awkward, and it's why we're going to ask you what is your number in your head. Because everyone has their number, and then it's going to help us package it. Because we're going to come with the data. We are coming with the data, whether it is oh my gosh, it's worth $30,000 more than I thought, or ooh, that's it. Like, we are going to package it appropriately, but you're going to get the honest truth from us, backed with the data. So it is part of our responsibility.
And it's strategy. So let's talk about one strategy. I know your team does this a lot, I think. Our strategy is usually always, but right now, especially when we're in this balanced market and we're leaning towards the buyers, we are not going to price at the high end of the subject houses we're looking at, okay? Because you take the chance of not having somebody come look at it. We want to price at the lower end of the comparables, which means the houses that they might go look at if they're looking at yours.
For shorthand.
Comps for shorthand. If you price at the lower end, then people go, ooh, let's go look at that one. So, I think I talked about this at the interest one too. We call it butts through the door, boots through the door. If you don't get people in to look at your house, how are you going to get an offer?
Or how are you going to get feedback? Because that's another thing that comes with showings.
Oh, that's good. Yeah.
Agents are sent a request, and we personally will call the agent if we have not gotten feedback in a timely manner. And we're just going to say, hey, what did you think about the price? Did your buyers have any feedback, whatever, good or bad?
Good or bad.
Because that's the only way we know. Because, I mean, if we don't have a quote-unquote buyer for the property, we don't know what the buyer population is thinking.
Yeah.
So to price strategically and to go off your point of pricing strategy, we want to market to two different brackets if possible. So we want to market to people who our property is on the higher end of their pre-approval, but also people who are on the lower end.
Yes.
Because when we get into a multiple offer situation, if we are marketing to people where we're on the lower side, they feel more comfortable going with a higher offer.
Yes.
Because they're not now having to find the money to do that. Or if it's a little bit of a slower market like it is now, we are also appealing to the people at the higher end of their budget. And we might become suddenly more quote unquote affordable because we're in their bracket now.
Yes.
So again, having a realtor who utilizes these strategies and who can also explain them to you.
Yes.
Because we don't want to just give you a price. We want to tell you how we got there, and we're going to send you like a 12-page document with information of how we got there. So I think, it's an excellent strategy.
It makes all the difference. You can't just put your house on the market. I mean, you can. You can,
but you shouldn't
sit there, which they say is like every day it sits on the market is like a death day. It's just
to our point of we don't want to chase the market. When we give
Yes.
you a price, we always say we want to be in the market. We don't want to chase the market. Meaning, if we price appropriately in the first place, hopefully we should not have to do a price reduction. Because
Yes.
as you start getting higher days on market, your buyers start going, that's weird. I wonder why nobody's bought it yet.
Yeah.
120 days, that seems a little high. Or why has it had $90,000 in price reductions?
Yes.
What's wrong with it?
Yes.
Really, nothing's wrong with it. We're just trying to keep up, which again, to our point of we're rescue agents, we've been getting multiple calls recently and have relisted multiple properties.
Mm-hmm.
And it's really unfortunate though when we get those calls because now we're way behind the 8 ball.
Right.
And you have to wait 30 days for that counter to reset back to zero.
On the MLS.
On the MLS, it will show zero brand new listing after 30 days. But right now, people don't have 30 days.
Yeah.
I mean, in all honesty, we needed to be on the market 2 weeks ago. Really,
right.
by the 15th, we need to be on the market.
Yeah.
Ideally, if we want to sell by the beginning of the year.
Yeah.
So I guess don't wait. Like call us immediately.
Don't wait. Hurry.
Yeah, call us quick.
Oh gosh, I was listening to you. I forgot. It was something you said about what was the last thing you said before that?
Being in the market, not chasing the market.
Yes, that's it. Oh, I can't remember. I'm sure I'll remember in a minute.
Oh, we don't want to be so far behind the 8 ball when we come in to
Yeah.
relist, and we don't want to do multiple price reductions.
Yeah, dang it.
Ideally, only one, if any.
You're like going, well, and then, that is it, Faith. Also, when you do price reductions, which happens, okay, y'all, nobody's perfect at pricing. We want to not have one, but sometimes we have to. But so let's say, Faith, you go, Meredith, I know you're telling me my house is worth $425, but I really want to list it at $450. And I go, okay, we'll list it at $450. Now, what we're going to do, no. But what we're going to do is we're going to say, okay, you get 2 weeks on the market at $450. Or are you going to schedule a price reduction because we know that it's not going to sell there? If we let you do that, all those things Faith just said, but then also they're usually going to lowball you from what we dropped to. Mm-hmm. They're like, oh, something's wrong. They're getting desperate, whatever. They're going to go 10, 15, 20,000 under that. So it's so important to get the right price.
Well, and on the flip side,
trust your realtor.
If we're listing on the high end of the comps, the comparable properties, buyers might not go look at our house, not only because we're at the high end, but because their agent, any good agent, has already pulled the comps that their client is interested in, and they know that we're on the high end. So my conversation with my buyer would be, just so y'all know, they're at the high end. This is what my analysis says. If you like the house, seeing as nothing is different from the pictures as when we walk it, then we're at $450. I would suggest we offer $430. Okay, well, they might be like, well, why is it even worth going to see then? Are they going to be, are they hard to work with? Are they not wanting to negotiate? Are we going to get to option period and they're not going to want to fix anything? And so it just causes sometimes preconceived notions or buyers to already have a certain level of confidence that you're going to accept their lowball offer.
Yes.
Now, there is a time and a place for lowball offers. And if you're in a desperate situation, short sale, something like that, we're probably not going to go live to the market. If you just need to get out of the house, we have a tool, which we can do a whole video on, but we have a tool called iFinder, where we essentially just take iPhone pictures of your property. You don't have to declutter. You don't have to fix anything. We take the pictures, we upload it to our platform, and we have investor offers, within like 2 days or 3 days?
Maybe 3 days.
2 or 3 days.
5,
something like that. But cash offers.
They are going to be investors, so it'll be way lower.
But if we're in distress and you are okay with it, and the bank will take it, whatever, everyone's okay with it, that is a really, really good option for us.
Exactly.
Because they're going to come walk the property, but we're going to disclose everything. So nothing should change.
And that's just another reason. Whatever you're thinking of selling, whatever reason, reach out to a realtor who has the strategies, who can tell you what are your choices and what they think's best. by the way, we didn't mention on winning the beauty contest that we both have professional photographers come.
We do.
They're going to take the pictures that make your house. We have to sell it on the MLS, and then all the other places it goes are the competitors of MLS and of us. But we have to make them want to come see your house. So we both do professional photos.
And when you're scrolling Zillow, are you looking at the iPhone pictures? Probably not. You're looking at the first picture like, ooh, it's dark. What am I looking at? Is that because we also do flows with our pictures? We're not just going to do front of the house. We call them our champion photo.
Yes.
If our best photo is of your pool, that's going to be the first photo.
Gonna be first.
If your kitchen is gorgeous, okay, that's the first picture. But then the pictures following will be kitchen to living room to bedroom to the bathroom that's attached, so people understand what they're looking at.
Yes.
Because that is also important. Some people just go throwing all 40 pictures on the MLS.
Yeah.
Nobody has any idea what the layout of the house is. And that is important. And selling it in pictures is the first step. Just like Amazon, when you have 5 options and they're slightly different, you're picking the one with the most pictures that looks the best.
Yes, absolutely. That's
so
true.
I think, presentation is everything. And, okay, if you're on the fence about selling, like, okay, well, now you've told me all this, and it sounds like a hell of a lot of work. Like, why would I want to sell?
I was thinking that earlier. I'm like,
why would I want to sell?
Yes.
Okay, because if we wait and the rates drop, everybody and their mother wants to buy.
Yep.
So that means anyone who's been thinking about selling is running to the market.
Yep.
So now we're in a race. We want to be at the front end.
Yes.
And that's a little difficult because now all of our photographers being called by all 20 million of the agents he works with. And so we're far back on the schedule. We're late to the game listing. Now our competition is up. Our prices are up. There's multiple buyers. So we are still honestly probably leaning towards a buyer's market in this scenario. So we don't want to wait. We don't. And especially if you're looking to also buy. Yes, we can negotiate on the sell side. We probably will have to, in all honesty. But you're going to also get that same ability as any other buyer when you go look for your next home.
Yep.
And you can refi later, whatever the case may be. You're almost in a better spot than a first-time home buyer because you have equity, you have negotiating room, I hope. I hope you're not one of those people that overpaid in COVID. Right. But that's going to be where we're at again at some point.
Well, and also just what you're saying, they're saying the market you sell in is the market you buy in. Mm-hmm. So yes, you're going to give a little up on this hand for the buyer, but you're going to be able to do the same thing when you purchase. The last house I sold, it was like it had been sitting, I can't remember how many, it wasn't that much, but I could tell they wanted to sell. That agent was reaching out. In case you want to know, they'd probably be open to concessions, all this. And I mean, it was like I could tell they needed to sell this home. So
we don't want to be that agent helping to give them ideas.
We don't. But at the same time, when we're talking about buyers, you're going to get, when you're looking, you might get some of that. So if you need to sell or want to sell, call us and let us just tell you what the market says right now that someone would pay for your home.
And let us just take a look. Like we both offer free, no obligation. You send us your address, your loan payoff amount, and your interest rate. We're going to run a free home valuation. Mm-hmm. We'll email it to you. Ideally, we'll hop on a call with you and explain it because you're not going to know what you're looking at if we just send it to you.
Yeah, we're not just going to send it because you're going to be like, what?
Yeah.
We need to explain. And also, you have to remember, we're doing this without putting actual eyeballs on your home. So sometimes this is just going to be an estimate of what we think your home is worth. We are going to do a walk and talk, and we're going to walk it and look because you may have forgotten you did this, and we're like, ooh, that's a good little selling point.
Or you forgot about the drain that's been dripping for the last 6 months because you've just been putting up with it.
Yep. And so until we walk it, we're not going to give you a final price on what we would do. But we will give you an estimate at least. So because some people are like, no, I really don't want to do that. Okay, if you can sit there. Oh, I thought something else. When you've got to remember, when you're wanting to sell your home and you're like, well, I can wait a while, or, oh, I don't like that offer, it's too low, whatever the case is. One of the things you have to look at is your monthly carrying cost.
You're old over, yeah.
What is your mortgage? What is the electricity? What is the water bill? Whatever. You have to say, I'm losing that much every month that I don't sell my house.
That, and you also have to consider if you are looking to buy before you sell, our lenders have a bridge program.
Ooh, yes.
Where they can front you the money, the difference,
Yep.
essentially. You sell your house, but I think, everyone's terms are different, but it's typically 6 months. You have 6 months to get to market, get under contract, and get it closed. So, one, you're paying 2 mortgage rates. You are stressed about your time crunch.
Yes.
So you don't have time to be picky.
Yeah.
And it's better if you're motivated, you're willing, and you trust us.
Yes.
You have to trust the agent you're working with.
Yes.
And if you don't, and you've already signed or whatever, you got to have that conversation. It sucks, but you have to go to them and say, I'm feeling uncomfortable with X, Y, and Z. Give them the opportunity to fix it. And if they can't, you are both better walking away and going to somebody that you can trust.
And if you think you know more than your agent, then that's not going to be fun for anybody, because it's just not going to work. You have to be willing to we do this every day.
You did not hire us for us to just sit and look pretty.
That's right.
We are full transparency in a t-shirt and leggings right now.
Yeah, we are.
We are moving and grooving today.
And we do look better when we're doing open houses.
Yes, we look great on our business cards and our websites. But that's not what you're paying us for.
Yep.
You are paying us to do the hard work.
To do it.
To sell your house.
To sell your house.
So make sure you like and subscribe to our YouTube channel, because we are putting out way more content like this.
Yes.
Let us know kind of what you want to see. Yes, share. We're going to be having one of our fellow partners up here soon. We're going to get our lender in here. I have a great mold remediation and remodeling person who we're going to get in here and talk about some home safety tips, things like that.
Yeah.
So definitely good things coming forward.
Yes.
And until next time, keep loving where you live.
And don't forget your keys to Denton County.